Thank you for watching our Vaccines in the Workplace video. Landegger Verano Davis is an employment law firm exclusively representing employers and business owners. We have over 40 years of experience in advising and defending employers successfully. Before we begin, please like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and turn on the notification bell to receive future video updates. About our speaker today, Marie Davis. She's a partner with the Landegger Verano Davis. She specializes in helping businesses navigate complex employment laws, including wage and hour cases. She's a member of the Ventura County Association, the Los Angeles County Bar Association Employment Law Section, and the Ventura Chamber of Commerce. She received her BA from UCLA and JD from the UC Hastings College of Law. Marie, take it away. Thank you for your help today.
And thank you, Joyce, and thank you everyone who is attending. You know, if somebody had asked me on December 31st, 2019, whether I would ever be doing this type of seminar, I would have laughed and said they were absolutely crazy. But in the last 18 months, we have really seen a lot of different laws come into effect that have become highly contentious, highly divisive, and needing to have lawyers be able to unravel the intricacies. So hopefully in the next just short few minutes, I'll be able to explain in more detail what we have before us. So as of September 28th, 2021, President Biden issued an executive order that mandates that all federal employees, so that's all government employees, including remote employees, must be fully vaccinated by November 22nd, 2021. In addition, all federal contractors must be fully vaccinated by December 8th, 2021. Now, on September 24th, the Safe Federal Workforce Task Force issued written guidelines to implement the executive order, ensuring adequate COVID safety protocols for federal contractors. The order and guidance apply to companies with a federal government contract or contract-like instrument of $250,000 or more. So again, when you include the federal contractors to the federal employees, this executive order affects thousands of people. What does it mean to be fully vaccinated? A lot of people think it just means I went and got my second shot. But just to be clear, in order to be considered fully vaccinated, you have to wait 2 weeks after you've received your second dose in one of the 2-dose series for Pfizer or Moderna, or you need to wait 2 weeks after your single dose vaccine that is currently being offered by Johnson & Johnson. Now, the Head Start program, the federal employees must be fully vaccinated by January of 2022. So it simply gives them an extra 2 months to make sure that they're vaccinated. The White House has issued a fact sheet that the United States Department of Health and Human Services will develop new regulations, because at this point, we don't know what the regulations are. All we have is an executive order, but they will develop new regulations that require vaccines for all workers at any healthcare facility receiving Medicare or Medicaid funding. Now, what does that mean? Think about it. That means all skilled nursing facilities, all homes for the aged and disabled that are in any city, any county, and any state in the United States. So we are talking about 7 million workers at a minimum of 50,000 facilities. So this is going to affect a lot of individuals. So beyond the federal employee mandate, the most controversial issue currently at hand is Biden requiring that private employers, non-federal employers with more than 100 employees, also must require that their employees are either fully vaccinated or receive weekly COVID testing. Now you'll notice that currently, and again, this law hasn't been fully implemented yet, it would carry a $14,000 fine per violation. Now, per violation really means per employee, but again, we haven't gotten the full details yet. But I do want to also add that currently when it says it must require they must require vaccines for all of their employees or weekly testing. In the state of California, if you're going to allow your employees to get tested weekly, you have to pay them for the test. You have to pay them for the time that they take the test. When in fact, that's going to possibly add up to more than this $14,000 fine, and actually very quickly. And it might make more sense to simply say, you're either vaccinated or you're not. And if you're not vaccinated, you can no longer work here. So employers must provide paid time off, as I just mentioned, for them for their employees to receive and or recover from the vaccine. And in addition, Labor Department officials have stated that employers could require employees to use their existing paid time off for this purpose. However, I do not believe, being a litigator in California, that California is going to comply with this. The once California steps in, it is more what California says overrides what federal law says. And so in California, you're going to have to pay for that time. Now, are there any exemptions? Sure. I'm sure you've heard on the news, I'm sure you've heard on social media that there's lots of people carrying around some sort of vaccine or mask religious exemption card that doesn't really exist. But yes, if you truly have a disability or a religious exemption, you as an employer must in fact consider that disability or religious exemption. And you have to engage in the interactive process with your employee. What does that mean? That means the employee comes to you first and says, I want to be exempt for these reasons. And then you need to look at the reason. You need to sit down with the employee and you need to consider whether or not that disability or religious exemption would be an undue hardship on your company, and whether or not you can allow the employee to continue working for you without getting vaccinated, and whether it's going to be more expensive for you to pay the employee to get tested on a weekly basis. Because once again, that $14,000, you're going to hit that limit pretty quick if they have to do weekly testing and you have to pay for it. Now, outside of the workplace, as I'm sure everybody has also heard, there are new mandates in the state of California requiring vaccines in order to go to places of public accommodation. So LA County has currently, and LA City is about to vote on this, but LA County has implemented a vaccine verification requirement for all high-risk settings by October 7th. Now, what's a high-risk setting? That means indoor mega events that include sporting events, concerts, amusement parks. But what this it further requires is that if when you're in LA County, if you want to go to a gym, if you want to go to a movie theater, if you want to go to a restaurant, you're also going to have to show proof of your vaccine card. Now, like I just mentioned, LA City is also considering the exact same type of requirement, and we will have more updates on that in the coming weeks. So now that we have discussed requiring vaccinations for all of your employees, how do you protect the privacy of your employees? Because I'm also sure everybody has heard that HIPAA word. It's getting thrown around a lot these days. HIPAA, 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 and well, this is my private medical information. Well, in fact, when you're a private employer, you do have to protect the medical information of your employees and keep it confidential. However, only certain employers are actually covered by HIPAA. So it's not a HIPAA issue, but you are required, especially in the state of California, to keep records confidential. So what we suggest is that you have your employees give you the information on whether or not they're vaccinated. All you need to do is really take a copy of their vaccination card and keep it in a separate folder outside of their personnel file. And I know this has been quick, and I'm sure lots of people have questions. Believe me, like I said, a year and a half ago, I would have never even thought we would be doing this type of this type of seminar. So we are here to help. We are here to try to navigate through all the new rules, especially for all of your small businesses out there who don't have in-house counsel or in-house HR. So if you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see the different ways that you can contact us, and we look forward to helping you.
Thank you, Marie. Thank you. That's a lot of information and a lot of executive orders. Very confusing. Thank you for clarifying. And like Marie said, we have 3 offices. Our headquarter is in the Encino, and this is the number here. Marie is based in the Ventura County office. This is her direct line. We also have another office in Pasadena. Again, if you have any questions related to labor law, employment law, vaccine mandate, please contact us and give us a call. And finally, thanks again for watching us. And don't forget to like our video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And until next time, thank you. Goodbye.